Skin is glowing, my energy is flowing, confidence growing, glow up is loading. When I look in the mirror, I see everything I want and everything I can ever need. I attract success, success I achieve.
Hey guys, welcome back to Life with Naturally Nicki. This channel focuses on me navigating my life as a woman in her mid-30s, just navigating life after divorce. Now, if that's something that interests you, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss a thing whenever I post. Now, today's video is going to be, just a Sunday and a reflection, all right? Now, Sunday is normally the end of the week. For some people, you consider it the beginning of the week, whatever. Beginning of the week, not the leak. So Sunday is a day of reflection, rejuvenation, and just setting intentions for the week ahead. Now, if that's something that is of interest to you, make sure that you stay tuned. Today, we're going to be diving into the theme about overcoming discouragement, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. It has been a week. Now, this week has been filled with ups and downs, but as always, remember, every setback is just a setup for a comeback. So I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. Like, this is full transparency. You guys know I'm not working right now. I'm looking for a job, and I'm not gonna lie. I think for the month of March alone, I have completed at least a minimum of 25 to 30 job applications. And with that, so anytime I apply to a job, I actually put in a specific resume for that job. So I tailor my resume for each job that I'm applying for. So every time I apply for something, I physically sit there and customize my resume to make sure that it matches the qualifications. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I am getting so frustrated. I am fed up if I'm 100% transparent. And it's so crazy because I literally came across a verse today, and it was in Matthew 6:33, and it says, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all of the things will be given to you as well. So when I came across that verse, at first, like I said, I'm dealing with frustration. I'm dealing with, I'm very discouraged because I keep filling out these job applications, and I keep getting the, thank you so much for interviewing, or thank you so much for completing the application, but we decided to go with another candidate. And that's extremely frustrating, especially when like you have qualifications. Like, I am a working professional. I have 2 degrees, and it kind of makes you feel like, well, what did I get these degrees for? But that's a whole nother video for another day. But just me reading that verse, it made me change my perspective. Like, so my reflection is more about the perspective of how I'm looking at these things. So on one hand, I was sitting here and I'm just like really discouraged, and I'm like, yo, I'm applying for these jobs. I know I'm qualified. I'm overqualified for most, but I'm just doing it, to get something. But then when I saw, like, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then all the things will be given to you, then I started to think, like, maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe I shouldn't just be applying to jobs just because they're jobs, right? Maybe I should be asking God, like, but, God, help me find a job that is, specifically tailored towards me and my gifts. And not only my gifts, but what you have called me to do. Like, I'm really on a journey, as you guys know, if you've been here. If not, you can check the previous videos. Like, I'm on a journey of, like, finding my purpose. And finding my purpose after divorce was not so much of, who are you in terms of, like, who you are as a mom, who you are, according to your family. It was really me finding my identity as who is Nicki as a person. Like, who am I as a human being? Who am I as far as who God called me to be? And I didn't always start off at this journey, right? Like, at the beginning, especially the earlier videos. If you was here a year ago and you heard me talking in my video, it sounded like nothing like this. It was very raw, very uncut, you could tell the hurt. You could tell the, just the misplaced emotions and things of nature that I was going through at the time. So while I did have so much growth throughout the year, right now I'm really in a season of stillness. I'm in a season of transition, but I'm also in a season of wait. So my reflection was really like, all right, it's not what I'm saying, but it's how I'm saying it. It's not what I'm doing, but it's how I'm doing it. Like, yes, you can apply for a job, but if you're just applying for a job for just to make ends meet, but that's not necessarily a job where you can actually show up as your best self or show up and do the best work that you possibly could do, then why do it in the first place? Now, that was part of the reason why I had to leave my job as an educator last year. Now, I was teaching for over a decade. Those of you you already know. And God told me, listen, you got to quit this job. And I remember in the beginning, I was like, no. I cannot quit my job. Like, God, this is how I feed my family. This is the only means of income that I have now that I'm divorced. Well, at the time I was going through separation. So it's like I'm separated from my ex-husband. I don't have the money coming in like I used to. So the whole thing was just a testament for me to trust God. Like, he literally told me, like, yo, you either going to be all in or you going to be all out. You either gang or you're not. Like, there's no back and forth. There's no lukewarmness. You can't double dutch, with God. If he tell you to do something, you need to do it. So it took some probing. I was literally like Jonah. I dreamed about Jonah for three days, 3 weeks. I don't even remember. I know it had to do with threes, but I dreamed about Jonah over and over and over. And then finally I was like, I don't want to be like Jonah. You sent him to Nineveh. Like, I don't need no whales. So I'm going to just do what you told me to do. And I'm going to, go from there. So I say all of this to say, like, there's plenty of times that you're going to be discouraged. There's going to be plenty of times that you're going to plan stuff and it's not going to work out the way that you plan because it's your plan, right? It's not according to God's plan. It's not according to God's will. So what you need to do in moments like this, instead of getting frustrated, instead of being discouraged, you just need to step back, reflect, and surrender, because literally that's all you can do. If it's something that you can control, then by all means, you go in there and you do what you need to do. You make the necessary changes. But when stuff is above you, the only thing you could do is submit and surrender. So seek first the kingdom of God, his righteousness, and all of the things of your heart will be given to you. So God already knows what you want. He knows what you desire. It's just up to you to just sit down and actually let him move and be God, not try to add your own little spin on it, right? And I feel like us, we struggle with that, myself included. When I say us, I'm literally talking about me. I'm speaking to me right now, sis. So if you're part of that, then great. If not, I'm not talking down to anybody. This is literally me giving myself advice because I was going through it this week. I mean, at one point I was on the floor crying in fetal position. I'm just like, what is happening? I literally need to know because I don't know how much more of this I can take. And yeah, I'm smiling on camera, but y'all know when you're alone and you're alone with your thoughts and when those bills are due and it's like, oh gosh, I got through this month, but the first of the month is coming back around again. Like we just got through the first, like. So, but again, it's me trying to make things shake on my own. And God is just like, I'm almost certain he's just up there just looking at me like, like, you think she gonna learn? You think she learned a lesson? Obviously not, because I'm sitting here talking about how I was so stressed, I was so discouraged and so frustrated. So don't be like me. Don't be like Jonah. Just listen to God when he tell you the first time, all right? All right, so with that being said, let's talk about some small victories. All right, so just take a moment and make sure that you celebrate how far you've actually come, even if it was just a little step forward each day, because baby steps turn into bigger steps, and then one day you'll turn and you'll look back and you'll be like, dang, I didn't even realize I went that far. So always commend the growth that you're going through, because you did it. Like, it wasn't easy, but you made a choice to move forward and you're doing it and you're being amazing. All right. So let's talk about setting intentions for the new week and what your goals are and the steps that you're going to take to overcome any challenges that come your way. All right. All right, so make sure you grab your journal and just jot down your intentions. Now, that's whether you choose a focus for the week. So I recommend you choose one focus of the week, all right? Whether that's focusing on self-love, career growth, or nurturing relationships, remember to align your goals with your values and, most importantly, pray about it. Ask God, you know, what would you like me to focus on this week? I think a lot of the intention focus that I'm focusing on is really including God in my plans. Because like I said, I keep making these plans. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to work at this job. Oh, I'm going to quit this job and start this one. And it's not that easy. It's not coming to fruition because, you know, God is just laughing like that was never the plan in the first place. You didn't know, but I already knew the plan. So now I'm getting into the habit of whenever I have a thought, an idea, whatever the intention is, just, you know what, God, I'm feeling like blah, 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 blah. What do you think? What should I be doing? Like really consulting with God and like asking him for guidance so that you're not just going out there on your own accord and just making decisions that really have, you know, it would have saved me a lot of discouragement and frustration. I'm certain, I am 100% certain if I would have just consulted God in the first place. God, I came across this job. It looks like a good fit, but I don't really want to do nothing like this. What do you think? Should I apply to this? Would it be beneficial to me? And most importantly, would it be, you know, bring glory to you? Because once again, the point of me working a job that I have no intention of doing my best or showing up as my best self is really, what is the point of doing that? But causing chaos for everybody. So I don't want to go down that chaotic path. I don't want to just do something just to do it because it's there. And just because something is there and I can do it doesn't mean that it's right, you know? So just making sure you're consulting with God with everything that you do. Now, personally, I am prioritizing with my career growth, again, like just talking to God and more communication, open communication with God. Like the amount of time I used to think like communicating with God was just, I had to be down on my knees at the side of my bed and I had to have my hands folded like this and I had to, whereas now I just be like, all right, God, so I just look up to the sky or I just look and I say, you know what, God, well, I like this. What you think about that? And then I sit there and I wait. Sometimes I get an answer right away. Sometimes I don't get no answer at all. Sometimes I won't get an answer until I go to sleep and then it comes to me and I wake up and I'm like, I know what to do. But the fact of the matter is God is just like, yo, communicate, talk to me. You keep saying order my steps, but you keep going over there like tap dancing, doing your own thing. So again, don't be like me. Don't be like Jonah. Just follow God. Period. We wrap up this Sunday reflection. Remember that you are capable, you are resilient, and you are worthy of all the blessings that are coming your way. All right. So until next time, stay fabulous, stay prayed up, stay fearless, and as always, remember to shine bright. Sending you guys love and light and praying for you all. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already and hit the bell for notifications. Also, click the link in the description. I have some digital products on boosting confidence and building confidence. And I also have my Amazon storefront, just some things for busy moms out there. So make sure you check that stuff out and support the channel. I love you guys. Bye.